Hello there. Brussels has still not got the message that UK waters will be controlled by the UK when the Brexit implementation period ends. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost, and I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily. So the EU coastal nations such as France are still telling Michel Barnier to play hardball and insist on their continued almost free access to UK waters under any new Brexit trade deal. And there's a bit of a new twist to it too. What Brussels is now saying is that it's not such a big give for the UK to agree to hand over its fishing grounds, with the Express quoting one EU source as saying, "It's a big ask for the EU, and it's not such a big give for the UK, because in the end it's access to waters for access to markets. You can't eat fish in the morning, the evening and at night." So what they're saying is, you give us your fish so that the EU 27 can continue to sell us more stuff than we sell to them. But the new French Minister for European Affairs, Clement Beaune, who has replaced Emile de Montchalin, has straight away taken a rather harder line than Michel Barnier has. Clement Beaune has said that the French President Emmanuel Macron will be intransigent over fishing and would rather bail out his coastal communities than give way. And he also parroted the UK line on deals and no deals by saying, "We will not accept a deal at any price. Better no deal at all than a bad deal." And he added, "Let's not kid ourselves. If there is no deal, it will be a difficult issue. We'll have to organise a response for sectors like fisheries, support our fishermen financially. We're not there yet." On reporting his appointment, Reuters said of Beaune, "As Macron's Europe advisor, Beaune, 37, a self-confessed Anglophile, has been an influential voice in shaping the President's European policy from Brexit negotiations to Eurozone reform." An Anglophile, eh? Not where fishing's concerned, it seems. And Brussels also seems to be of the opinion that we should allow the status quo on EU 27 access to UK waters to continue because it thinks the UK does not have the fishermen, boats or infrastructure to properly exploit our own EEZ. And that we would need to sell fish into the EU market anyway. So what's the beef is their claim. But of course UK fishing grounds have been extensively overfished for years and would need time to recover, and the status quo will not allow that. And remember, the status quo also seems to allow Russian super trawlers to roam our waters at will too. In fact, the status quo is absolutely unsustainable and it must stop. Then we can work out the sustainable levels of fishing, use what fishing fleet we have left and build it up, while in the interim license EU vessels to fulfil our requirements under international law to make optimum use of our fishing grounds. And yet all the time I keep hearing from our own pro-EU lobby, Brussels and even our own bankers, I would add, that fishing is not even worth holding on to, just give it all away, they say. But if it's of no consequence, then why is Brussels and its coastal states pushing so hard on it? Why are the French so intransigent? Why is Macron effectively saying that without a fishing deal the French like, then there can be no deal? Why is Brussels saying that without a fishing deal there can be no trade deal? Obviously because it is very important. Not only is it a political symbol of victory, it also has the potential to support many thousands of livelihoods and families in our own UK coastal communities up and down the country, just like it used to before Edward Heath signed it all away. Now, one piece of news to come out is that Michel Barnier, the EU chief Brexit negotiator, has said that the last chance for agreeing a post-Brexit trade deal is now the 31st of October. And that, of course, is Halloween. Haven't we been here before? That's right, one of the previous Brexit deadlines was also Halloween, wasn't it? That was last year, when despite his claims of Brexit no ifs or buts, come what may and do or die, Boris Johnson was eventually forced to cave into that infamous Ben Surrender Act and negotiate, or rather be forced to send a letter begging for a 3-month Brexit delay until our eventual leaving date of the 31st of January this year, just 6 months ago. Doesn't that whole episode now seem so ludicrously long ago, like a far distant nightmare, not something that happened within the last year? Anyway, we've got another Brexit Halloween deadline now, courtesy of Michel Barnier. And that deadline still allows for the EU Parliament to agree the deal in November and get it ratified before the end of the year. And the Telegraph also reports that Barnier told the French Parliament Foreign Affairs Committee that the majority of the final trade deal will not need to be voted on by the EU 27 member state parliaments, boosting the chances of it being in place on January the 1st. Which means to me that it won't need to go through each of the member states' own legislatures for agreement. Can you imagine how much extra time that would take? But within the European Union itself, the deal will have to be agreed by both the EU Council of Leaders and by the EU Parliament under its bicameral system. So presumably that means the EU 27 leaders will have to agree it between themselves in EU Council and then pass it on to their MEPs in the EU Parliament, where they vote on it on a simple majority basis. Now, when the EU 27 leaders do vote on the deal within their council, as the trade deal will be an EU Commission proposal, I think, then the deal might be voted on under qualified majority voting rules, or QMV, not unanimity. And that takes 55% of EU leaders that cover 65% of the EU population. So if France is out on a limb on its own on fishing, could it be outvoted? Remember that under Article 50, the withdrawal agreement treaty that got us this far was agreed by the EU 27 under the QMV rules. On the UK side, a spokesperson said that the EU's continued insistence on maintaining the status quo with fishing was incompatible with UK independence and sovereignty, and that we could not agree to anything that did not respect that. And too right too. And although the French intransigent appears tough on the face of it, what Macron is really saying is no fishing deal, no trade deal. Exactly what Barnier's always said. And that tells you how important fishing and the UK fish products really are to the EU. Well, apart from some of the inland member states that would rather see a deal, fishing or no fishing. Either that or Brussels thinks that fishing is all they're likely to get from us. But at the end of the day, if EU citizens want fish and can't supply enough from their own waters, then they will need to import them from somewhere, won't they? Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it. So what do you think about all this fishing business? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.